pessimistic person, an optimistic person, that would be a perfect business, because you would get a happy medium of, right, is that good? Should we go all guns blazing? No, hold on a minute. If we go all guns blazing, this might not work. If you're trying to be successful, pretty much anybody that is not helping, push you forward, giving you praise, all the negativity has got to go. Because the thing is, you're facing negativity anyway. You don't need someone to come and tell you, oh, this could be bad, or oh, I don't think that's going to work. No one's done it before. You need, do you know what? No one has done it before, but let me tell you something. You're different. That could be the difference to making success or not. One person saying that to you. I am a millionaire in my own right from what I've worked for and achieved. And did I use all contacts and all the tools that I had around me, inherited from my father? Yes, I did. But there's so many other people out there that don't even do that are just billionaires or a millionaire's son. Anybody out there that knows me, that's done business with me, they would all vouch for me that I've been working since I've been 12 years old.
There's someone watching this podcast who things might not be going that well right now. What advice are you giving that person?
I would give the advice of...
Welcome back to Take a Seat. This is the #1 channel for mindset and motivation. I bring on high-profile guests, influencers, entrepreneurs to help inspire you. So before we get into this one, please do this one favor, and that's to smash the subscribe button. Today's guest is a born entrepreneur. He's been wheeling and dealing since the age of 12. He's been dabbling in the bars and clubs, and even bought his first mobile home park at the age of 17. And that's quicker than his billionaire father. I want to know what makes this guy tick. And talking about tick, he knows a few things about watches too. So please welcome Alfie Best Jr.
What's happening? Thank you very much.
How's it going?
All good. Very excited to be here.
Thank you for coming on today.
The pleasure's all mine.
Tell us about your day. How does your day look?
Well, I don't know, not too good today, to be honest with you. I don't think everything's gone my way, but it's always getting up 9 o'clock in the morning, straight out on the door, and try and make as much money as possible. Just hard work and persistence is my recipe for success, so I have to do it. I'm not much good at anything else apart from being very determined and persistent.
Nice. So what do you do on them bad days?
Bad days, well... To be honest with you, if we didn't have bad days, we wouldn't know what the good days was. So I take them and I enjoy them and learn from them, because that's basically all you can do on the bad days. When things doesn't go your way, we must learn from them. That's the times that we learn and we push ourselves forward for the next time. Usually, 9 times out of 10, usually when you have a bad day, you take out experience from that bad day and you use that experience to make your good day.
Some people, like playing devil's advocate here, some people may say, you're a son of a billionaire. You've grown up in silk pajamas. Like, what do you know what a bad day is? So what is an actual bad day for you?
Well, a bad day is when things don't go my way, and what happens in my business, because yeah, I'm a billionaire's son, but that's a billionaire's son. That doesn't make me a billionaire. But I am a millionaire in my own right from what I've worked for and achieved. And did I use all the contacts and all the tools that I had around me, what has been inherited from my father? Yes, I did. But there's so many other people out there that don't even do that are just a billionaire's or a millionaire's son. Anybody out there that knows me, that's done business with me, which would be an awful lot of people. I've done business with people from one end of the Richter scale to the other, and they would all vouch for me that I've been working since I've been 12 years old. There's probably very few industries that I haven't been involved in.
Where's that hunger come from? You're a billionaire son. Why do you need to work?
I wouldn't say that it was so much a hunger. It's just more of the upbringing that I had. That's what we done. The men get up and they go to work and try to provide as best life as possible for our families.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, where did this all sort of start from? Like, you're in primary school, you're 8 years old. What was life looking like for you?
To be honest with you, I remember my dad buying his first mobile home park, and I was in primary school at Gidea Park, and we left and we moved out of Essex to Potter's Bar, and there I went to a school called Cuffley, and my entrepreneurial life, should I say, hadn't really started until I was 10 or 11. Now, I'd always been around my dad doing deals, gone to work with my dad for days. That was ever from being 4 or 5 years old. And that when I went into senior school, I then developed or learned that I had a very natural ability to trade. And I used to buy and sell sweets. Now, we used to buy and sell sweets from the off license. And then I went to work with my granddad one day and found a cash and carry. So I was then, because I wasn't the first person to think of the idea of selling sweets in school. I see somebody do it and thought, right, what a great idea that is. And then obviously they was buying their stuff from the off license. And then as time went on, I found out where the off license got their stuff from, which was a cash and carry. And then I used to go and buy my wham bars or refreshers from there. And then following on from that, I purchased a van and I used to go around to industrial estates and off licenses offering toilet paper, high visibility vests, work gloves, hard hats. Basically, I used to know a couple of wholesalers. How I got into it was my grandfather used to do it. So I used to know a couple of wholesalers that I used to go to and buy this and offer it. And some people used to buy it because they would like to see a young person do well. Some people would turn their nose up and think, why ain't this kid in school? But what it did do, it taught me an awful lot about business and people's character and pretty much knowing what you're up against within someone saying a few words to you, which is extremely useful in the world of business.
But didn't your parents get in trouble? You weren't going to school?
Well, the law is you have to have some form of teaching, which could be a tutor, which I actually did have a tutor.
Okay.
But it didn't work out too good. It just, I didn't click. It wasn't, unless I was hands-on and something was physical, I struggled to learn.
First of all, I want to ask you one thing. You're in the playground. I know I repeated this a few times, but your dad's got money. There's somebody else.
Loads.
Yeah, loads of it. Bags of it. But then somebody else is selling sweets. Your dad's going to give you the money. Why do you need to do that?
Never in my lifetime. My dad has never actually put his hand in his pocket and give me money. I've gone to him on numerous occasions for an investment or to help a business that is not successful for me, and he's never been that person. His advice and the people that he has working with him, he'll always offer their services and say, look, they might be able to help you, give me the right advice. But sometimes I don't know what's the right and what's the wrong advice. Me and my dad have loads of conversations and we say, like, Dad, the advice you're giving me is from 10 or 15 or maybe even 20 years ago. Like, we're in 2024 now. That might have worked when you was doing what I was doing. You're the biggest park home operator in the UK.
Yeah.
But your advice now, what worked for you 20 or 25 years ago might not work for me. We're in a different time, a different age. And it's took a very long time for him to actually understand that. And what is also very, very, very good, you've obviously got old generation and new generation. Now, I am the new generation. My dad's the old generation. So I'm going out in the new generation of business world. And my dad's still going about in the old generation of business world. But if we come together and we can discuss ideas, how it is and how it was, you come up with some extremely good information and the answers to a lot of questions, and sometimes a happy medium, if you understand what I'm saying, to most problems.
What's the best gift that your dad's ever given you in terms of material?
Material, on my 18th birthday, he bought me a platinum masterpiece Rolex.
Okay.
Which I would never sell it as it's. It couldn't be valued. It's
And what about in terms of cars or anything?
Nothing.
Some people would say, what's the point of having money if you're not going to spend it?
Well, he does. My dad's had 2 Bugattis and a helicopter, and he's got a yacht in Monaco, but I don't.
But isn't it about sharing it with your family too?
Well, he does. He lets me use those things.
Okay.
I can go to Monaco and I can have a good time with him. I can have a good time in his Bugatti with him, but it's not mine. I don't own it.
He wants you to earn it.
Yeah.
And how important is that family structure in terms of, you mentioned your granddad? Like,
my granddad's 80 years old and he still works to this day. He was working on Christmas Day, just gone. Like, the work ethic has been bred through generations. Now, I never really knew my great-great-granddad, but I've heard stories about him also. They work their fingers to the bone, and it's actually, I wouldn't say it's a problem because it's a good thing, but whatever I do, it over-occupies my mind and I can't stop thinking about it. Like, for example, I've started a WhatsApp group and a TikTok channel And I'm always thinking about how I want to make this successful, how I want to make it better. And that's been what anything that I only use them two for an example because they're new projects. But it's just I can't sit down. If I'm on a beach somewhere abroad, I'm still thinking about what's happening going on at home. Is there anything I can do on my phone to make that better or make it progress faster? It's just that. And when people ask me the question about my dad's work,